This still has not been officially released here in the Middle East. This is Apple's coveted Apple Watch, which I've managed to get my hands on, and a big thank you and shout out to the guys at ThinkMac UAE, particularly Ankit, for arranging this for me. I've managed to play around with the Apple Watch, try it out, get a feel for this watch, and I'm here presenting the final video thoughts and my impressions with this device. So let's get in and show you, to begin with, what we get inside the box. So here it is, the Apple Watch finally on my wrist. Now let me start off by telling you this particular model that I've been using is the 38mm Apple Watch Sport Edition. It comes in a range of different styles and personalized options, but essentially two screen sizes. You've got the 38mm and the 42mm sizes. Now this is completely new hardware for Apple, so that's a sensible place to begin looking at this device. So you've got a squarish design and you've got two modes of input. The first one is the digital crown, which is located to the right, and that has below it a quick access button to feature contacts or favorite contacts. Now the digital crown, let me talk about that for a moment, is actually a very smart idea for a smartwatch. It means that you can maneuver across options and scroll up, scroll down without getting your finger blocking that limited screen real estate. So I think that's a very clever idea. When I first saw that, I was a little reluctant, but actually in practice it's actually very good. Now the second method is the touchscreen, and the touchscreen on the Apple Watch has been upgraded to include touch force, which allows you to push down harder on the screen, and then that gets recognized, giving you a varied number of options, and it gives you the ability to quick compose, to delete all, and a few other included options. Now the hardware also features inbuilt microphone and a small speaker so that you can make calls on the go. Perfectly fine in use, and it really, you know, credit to Apple where it's due. The hardware and the fact that you can personalize this device is very impressive. It's really a great kudos to the Apple Watch. Now let me talk about the software. The software on the Apple Watch is very simple. It's very basic, and essentially the software is completely controlled by the iPhone, and you have a range of different options. You've got, you know, watch faces that you can use to customize. You've got access to essentially your apps. Now the apps that I did install the first time around on the Apple Watch were absolutely useless. They didn't really give me the options that I needed. They weren't really fully fledged apps, so they, for me, felt like a pointless thing to have on the Apple Watch. They just drained the battery, they took storage space, but there are the inbuilt apps which are actually very good. They're very basic, but they are good. The fact that I can, you know, have music on that and then use a wireless Bluetooth headset to connect is also very good. But I found the Apple Watch from an OS perspective very basic. For me, after a couple of hours of using it, I felt that it simply was a notification tool, and that's where the problem happens with this device in its current shape and form is that why would I look at my wrist for notifications when I can then look at a larger screen and also interact directly with the device, the iPhone essentially. And I couldn't get my head around that. I felt that as a notification tool, it's good, but that's about it. There was also the addition of interacting with other people that have the Apple Watch. I did this with my friend Nico. I can send like little short sweet messages and send in my heartbeat or whatever, but it doesn't serve a practical purpose. It's a nice thing to have, but really no practical purpose to be served. So overall, the time spent with the Apple Watch was really quite confusing for me. I felt that as a hardware, it's really, really impressive. One of the best smart watches, if I can use that term. But when it comes to the operating system, I just felt that the Apple Watch, for me personally, didn't serve any purpose. I found that I would much rather prefer to go to my phone, to check the notifications on my phone, to interact on my phone more than I would feel to do so on the Apple Watch. So that's it, guys. Again, it's not a complete in-depth detailed review, but this is the first impressions that I had. Do let me know what you think, and when I get the Apple Watch for longer, I will definitely do a follow-up review. That's it from me for now. Do check out the other videos on this channel, and until next time, peace and blessings.